The world you know is disappearing right before your eyes. A silent storm of artificial intelligence, robotics, and global automation is rewriting every rule of money, work, and power. You may not see it every day, but the change is happening faster than any revolution in history. Machines are learning, systems are merging, and economies are being rebuilt from the ground up, while the majority of people still live as if nothing has changed, still thinking the cloud is something that floats in the sky. The truth is that we are now entering a new era, what global economists in the World Economic Forum call the fifth industrial revolution, and it will not wait for anyone. This new age will separate those who adapt from those who vanish. To understand what is coming, we must look backward. History does not repeat itself exactly, but it rhymes in patterns that reveal our future. Each industrial revolution has reshaped humanity, redistributed wealth, and destroyed old ways of living. The first industrial revolution began in the mid-1700s with the rise of steam engines and factories. It was the age when machines first replaced human labor on a massive scale. The people who saw this change early, those who built ships powered by steam and factories powered by machines, became the new rich. But for many others, it was a time of panic. Skilled craftsmen lost their trades, communities resisted the new machines, and angry protests erupted as workers saw their livelihoods vanish. Yet, no protest could stop progress. Within a century, the industrialized world had emerged, and wealth flowed toward those who embraced the machines. Then came the second industrial revolution in the late 1800s. Electricity and mass production created a wave of innovation that transformed the world again. Assembly lines appeared, and products could now be made faster, cheaper, and more consistently than ever before. Workers' unions resisted, fearing the death of traditional jobs, but the momentum was unstoppable. Those who recognized that electricity and machines were the future created companies that defined the 20th century. The lesson was simple. Those who fear change fall behind. Those who understand it lead. The third industrial revolution arrived in the late 20th century, driven by digital technology, computers, and the internet. Suddenly, data became more powerful than oil, and information could travel around the world in seconds. Entire industries collapsed as new digital empires rose. The giants of the old economy, Sears, Kmart, Blockbuster, ignored the internet revolution and died. Meanwhile, companies like Amazon, Google, and Alibaba changed the way humanity worked, shopped, and communicated. This was not merely a technological shift, it was a total rearrangement of wealth and opportunity. The fourth industrial revolution, which began around 2010, accelerated this change to lightning speed. Smart technologies, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and mobile apps connected billions of people and devices into one global network. Suddenly, your taxi driver became an app. Your hotel became someone's spare room. Entire professions vanished. Taxi unions fought Uber, hotel lobbies tried to ban Airbnb, and traditional businesses cried out against disruption. But the digital tide swept through everything, and those who adapted early built fortunes beyond imagination. Now, as we step into 2025 and beyond, the world is no longer simply digital, it is converging. The fifth industrial revolution is not about machines replacing humans, it is about machines merging with humans. The World Economic Forum describes it as a future where smart machines and cognitive intelligence perform tasks equal to or greater than human abilities while operating with machine-level efficiency. This is not science fiction. This is already happening in factories, offices, hospitals, and financial markets. The boundaries between human and machine are dissolving, and that reality is both terrifying and full of opportunity. The shocking truth is that each industrial revolution has been shorter than the one before. The first took 100 years to unfold, the second, 50, the third, less than 40, the fourth, just about a decade. Now the fifth is arriving in mere years. Change is accelerating at an exponential pace. The human brain was not designed to evolve this fast, yet the economy now demands that we do. Those who cannot adapt will lose everything not because they are lazy or unintelligent, but because the rules have changed. Technology now moves faster than human comfort allows. In this revolution, automation is not only improving productivity, it is eliminating the need for human intervention altogether. Across the world, a new concept is emerging: lights out manufacturing, also known as dark factories. These are facilities that operate with little or no human presence. Robots, AI systems, and Internet of Things devices communicate, produce, repair, and ship products 24 hours a day without lights, without breaks, without sleep. Humans are becoming optional. A recent survey revealed that 72% of global manufacturers are accelerating their digital transformation to reach this level of automation. The reason is simple. Machines do not get tired, demand raises, or call in sick. For businesses, this is efficiency. For workers, it is extinction. But as frightening as it sounds, this transformation also hides a vast field of new opportunity. Every revolution has destroyed old wealth, but created new wealth faster than ever before. The key is to move before the crowd does. In today's world, technology is not just a tool, it is the new form of leverage. One person with the right AI system can do the work of 50 employees. One small investor with the right information can outperform an entire institution. That is why the ability to understand, adopt, and invest in emerging technologies is now the single most important skill for survival in the modern economy. The story of one company illustrates this perfectly. A financial media firm known as Briefs Media once thrived by producing financial news and investor analysis. But as AI tools began to evolve, the founder realized something terrifying. If his company did not evolve, it would be bankrupt by 2030. Artificial intelligence was beginning to write articles, summarize data, and even analyze markets faster and cheaper than any human journalist. Instead of resisting the change, the company rebranded itself as Briefs Finance and began investing heavily in AI-driven research tools. It started building platforms powered by machine learning that help investors identify market opportunities in real time. What could have been a death sentence became a transformation. The lesson is clear: adapt early or vanish quietly. This same shift is happening in every sector. A friend working in software sales once managed a team of 300 business development representatives, each responsible for finding leads and booking sales appointments. Within a single year, all 300 were replaced by AI systems that could scan millions of profiles, send personalized messages, and schedule meetings automatically. The machines did not need salaries, benefits, or sleep. They simply worked. For those employees, the change was devastating. But for the company, it was evolution. And for entrepreneurs who understand how to use AI to solve business problems, this transformation is a goldmine. However, as with every boom, there is also danger. Many experts, including Sam Altman from OpenAI and Mark Zuckerberg from Meta, have warned that we are likely building an AI bubble similar to the dot-com bubble of the late 1990 seconds. Back then, thousands of internet companies raised billions in capital, promising to change the world. When the bubble burst in 2000, most disappeared overnight. Yet, the internet did not die, it became stronger. The crash simply cleared out the weak players and paved the way for giants like Google, Amazon, and Tencent. The same will happen with artificial intelligence. Many AI startups will vanish. Investors will panic. But the technology will remain and evolve. The question is not whether the bubble will burst. It is whether you will be ready to profit when it does. So, how do you survive and thrive in this new age? The answer depends on how much risk you are willing to take and how fast you are willing to learn. The first path is to build a business that uses this new technology to create value. This is the most difficult, but potentially the most rewarding route. If you can design a business that leverages AI or robotics to solve a real problem, you can build wealth faster than any previous generation. The second path is to create a service that helps other businesses adapt to the change. Most companies still do not understand AI, automation, or data systems. They need help integrating new tools. This approach carries less risk, but still offers enormous opportunity because the demand for technological transformation is exploding. If entrepreneurship is not your path, there is another way investing. Investing in the right technologies can allow your money to grow alongside the revolution. However, this requires intelligence, discipline, and patience. Investing is never guaranteed. You will lose money sometimes, but those who study and prepare will have the best chance of success. Individual stocks in companies leading the AI and robotics revolution carry the highest risk, but also the greatest potential reward. Investors who take time to research company reports, earnings calls, and long-term trends can capture extraordinary returns. For those seeking a slightly safer approach, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, offer diversification across multiple companies within the same theme. For example, Global X's BOTZ fund focuses on robotics and artificial intelligence, giving investors exposure to dozens of leading companies rather than just one. The Roundhill Chat ETF focuses on generative AI and emerging technologies, providing another way to spread risk while participating in growth. Meanwhile, Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation Fund invests in a broader range of companies pushing the boundaries of innovation across industries. And for those who prefer a more general approach, the QQQ ETF, which tracks the NASDAQ 100, gives exposure to the largest technology firms in the world, such as Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. Each option carries different levels of volatility, but all represent ways to benefit from the coming transformation rather than fear it. Yet, investing is not just about profits, it is about survival. In a world where automation may destroy millions of jobs, the people who understand how to make their money work for them will be the ones who stay secure. In every revolution, wealth has shifted from the unaware to the aware, from the passive to the proactive. The farmers who ignored machines lost their land. The factories that ignored electricity closed their doors. The retailers that ignored the internet went bankrupt. And soon, the businesses that ignore artificial intelligence will disappear as well. It is easy to feel fear when facing such change. Fear of losing your job, fear of becoming irrelevant, fear of watching machines outperform you. But fear is only useful if it drives action. The truth is that technology itself is neutral. It destroys and creates in equal measure. The real question is how you respond. If you resist, the wave will crush you. If you prepare, it will carry you to new heights. Those who learn to work with AI, to build on it, and to invest in it will not just survive, they will thrive. For Chinese readers and thinkers, this revolution holds both danger and promise. China's rapid industrial growth has always been powered by adaptation, resilience, and innovation. But this time, the challenge is not about building factories, it is about building intelligence. The next generation of wealth in China and across Asia will belong to those who understand data, automation, and digital ecosystems. The shift will happen not in decades, but in years. The question is not whether the transformation will come, it already has. The only question is whether you will be ready. In the next few years, millions of traditional jobs will vanish, from manufacturing and logistics to accounting and sales. But at the same time, millions of new opportunities will appear: AI engineers, automation specialists, digital strategists, data scientists, and countless new roles that do not even exist yet. Those who commit to continuous learning will find themselves in demand. Those who refuse to learn will find themselves obsolete. The reality is cold but simple. The world does not care about what worked yesterday. It only rewards what works tomorrow. The fifth industrial revolution will test humanity's ability to adapt faster than ever before. Every industry, from banking to agriculture, is being rewritten by algorithms. Governments are racing to regulate what they barely understand. Nations are competing to build the most advanced AI models. And whoever wins this race will control the future of the global economy. But there is still time. You can choose to see this as a threat or as a gift. If you choose fear, you will watch opportunity slip away. If you choose curiosity and courage, you can position yourself ahead of the shift. Start by learning how AI systems work, even at a basic level. Understand how automation affects your industry. Explore investment opportunities in the technologies that are shaping the next decade. Most importantly, think long term. The next crash, whether it is an AI bubble or an economic correction, will not be the end, it will be the beginning of a new phase for those who are prepared. The truth is that revolutions do not ask for permission. They arrive, they destroy, they rebuild. And right now, you are living through one of the greatest revolutions in human history. The fifth industrial revolution will not wait for you to feel ready. It will simply happen. The only choice you have is whether to fight it or to master it. If you choose to master it, you must act now. Study the technology, build your network, invest wisely, and keep your mind open. The wealth of the future will not belong to those who work the hardest, but to those who think the smartest. Sooner than you think, artificial intelligence will not just be a tool, it will be a collaborator, a competitor, and a mirror of human ambition. It will redefine what it means to be valuable in society. For some, it will be the end of their careers. For others, it will be the birth of an empire. Which side you stand on depends on the decisions you make today. The world is rebuilding itself in front of you. The question is, will you rebuild with it, or will you be left behind in the ruins of the past?